there.
It's a bit of a windy day here in Anaheim, but the adventure has begun early. It is 8 in the morning, and even though that's West Coast time, it's still super early for me. We're working on the shocks today, the cantilevers, and then ultimately setting it into the back of the car today. One of the difficulties that I did not foreshadow was the need to brace the upper control arms and the differential. The problem is that actually gets right in the way of where my shock was going to originally travel. So these guys have come up with a nice little solution to bring it up on the inside and then cross down onto the outside. Nice little cross bar sort of action going on with the cantilever that really lets everything work in a tight, small amount of area that brings it up to maybe at most like up here.
Oh dang, that's pretty close. Our axle's gonna come, of course, right through like that. This goes straight up and down here.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome setup I got here. 7, 3, 6. We're really close right there.
You're coming from the center of this bolt to the center of this bolt?
Well, yeah, off of the flat.
Yeah.
To center, because that's what you said. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where it is, as long as this is flat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that looks really damn good. That is beefy. All right, Nick, you took $1,500 of my heart and soul, $1,450, but damn it, those CVs are nasty. I'm gonna show you guys just all the things that I just bought that really make this car such a tank and honestly are doing it right. Not Rob Dahm style, but the style that's gonna hold the power and keep me stable at very high speeds.
I gave him a heads up that you're gonna head over there.
Cool, yeah, he was definitely ready for me. He sold me just polished ones, 300M cage, just 2 of them because he had like bits and pieces of other ones, but these are for the rears. Carlos has the stubs anyway, so it's not like I can finish what I started with. Yeah, what I needed to do, I told him I thought these were 7/16, and they are, but my outer ones are 1/2 inch, and so the bolt.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't pull the trigger because he also didn't have 7/16.
Now see, these are too big for this too. This whole thing is set up for the same size.
What the hell?
This is a 9. These are.
That's supposed to be a 930. That's weird. I literally bought 934s. There's no reason this should be 930. Okay, these guys owe me the correct parts in because it's literally on the invoice, and there's 0 reason I would put 930s
Those things
in the
just
rear.
pop in and out?
Yeah.
Or are they retained on the inside?
No, I think you got to take it apart. But
the world has some sort of irony and sense of humor. I got thrown another curveball. The 934 flanges on my Winters that are, say, 35 spline on them are actually 930s. They're 108 millimeters in diameter, and the 934s are much bigger. They're 128 mil, so 5-inch wide. And so, called Winters, and they're like, oh, we have no idea about that. So, Beaver, the owner of Winters, is going to be in Wednesday to hopefully help rectify the situation. These turned out really good.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. A little flat there to turn them. He's never had real tools to do that. That's not all the shock, is it? No. But we measured 4. Oh, because it's hitting up here like we were talking about. This has to go back. So we're gonna have some difficulty here. That travels way more than what you would think.
Oh yeah, if that's completely maxed out, that means that arm should be way down.
Mm-hmm. It only went maybe 2 inches of travel here.
Yeah, 2 inches of travel here should equal almost 2.5 to almost 3 down there.
Yeah. So we're at like 2 3/8 here. That's 3 inches.
Yeah, so that's the maximum travel it should be doing.
Yeah.
We're also just fine-tuning the shit out of the rear cantilever system because it is a very, very tight fit. So we found when it articulated with the shock the other way, it would crash the shock into the cantilever, but then you have to be careful that the cantilever doesn't crash into the upper control arm or the other tube frames. It's just a very particular narrow window for that to work. They're BMX bike bearings. That's a lot of alliteration. BMX bike bearings.
Beam shock. Have it bang down. This has to radius around because when this thing goes the other way, it's going to go down. Yeah. Sucks, you broke my other tacks. It's 1 3/4 of movement. I'm just going to this bottom line of the Heim.
Okay.
That's from ride height. So you have 1 3/4 up.
Okay.
Until you hit the rubber.
Yeah.
And that rubber is going to squish that difference.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got more ride or travel. It just starts rubbing.
Yeah, it's going to get harsh.
So good. I think we need to tune it though. No, I know. It's kind of pain in the ass and switching back to the
That's your 4 inches.
And we can always adjust as much as our heart desires, but that's it. God, that looks so good.
That's all she got right there.
Yeah, that's some clean tolerance or clearance. You're not close to hitting anything.
So I think this actually moved a little bit when I tacked it. Yeah. Probably moving it around. Because it had 1/4. That looks pretty straight up and down. So I bet you that last tack I put in there pulled it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because there's my quarterback again. So I'm gonna put one more tack on the inside so it can't turn.
The guys have nailed it. The rear cantilever suspension is working beautifully. It's so neat to see. I mean, just watch this articulate. And that's just tacked in. And we're nailing the tolerances, the clearances are just right there, giving some room just for any sort of craziness in the back. But that thing articulates. It articulates better than I do. I mumble. That thing articulates. Yeah.
That's why my girlfriend fights with me.